are capable of winning races. But you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series Lime Rock Park tonight. Road course for the big boys. Last season we had them at Watkins Glen. This season, a completely different set of turns. Little contact there in the practice session. A completely different type of a road course for tonight. 7 corners. Elevation changes. It is a big, wide, very fast road course. But the guys look like they've got it under control. Tony Martin, Adam Vinny, Sean McLaughlin, the fastest 3 cars in the room. And they're separated by half a second, which sounds like a lot, but on a road course, it's really not that much. The beard is back. Love it. Now, if we can get Jay in here, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm sure that Mr. Bill is coming along pretty soon. I see Barbara's already in the chat. We got 29 drivers in here tonight. 29 of these guys. Twisting, turning. They didn't put the chicane in, which, interestingly enough, there he goes. Somebody decided they wanted to go try the chicane. Well, maybe they didn't. That's Marcus De La Garza in that 99 truck as he goes downhill right there. And that's what that corner is called. That is corner number 7. It's called downhill. Come all the way down the Sam Posey straightaway right there and into Big Bend, which is turn number 1. The right-hander, then the left-hander. No-name turn coming up right after that. No, we're not going to get to see no-name turn. We'll have to try to jump around. There's 75 of Householder. And then you make that right-hand turn right here, and you go uphill. If you made the short right turn, that's called the chicane. This place is amazing. A lot of fun. You get the right group of people in, and it looks like we have that tonight. We've got the right group. You'll see side by side. You'll see all kinds of great racing, and I think these guys are plenty capable. We got a lot of fast trucks in here anyway. See the 19 of Dakota Dennis. His OnlyFans truck. Guys, do not be afraid to shout out in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver, shout them out. A couple of guys ran it off into the runoff area. There's Mike Forstner. We went live a little early. I wanted to try to make sure we didn't have any kinks here tonight because we had an update for the overlays, but it looks like everything is working about as smooth as it possibly can, so that's exciting. Let's see who we got hanging out. There we go. Where's Corey Blevins at in this thing? Haven't made too many... Let's grab the champ and see if we can get a word in with him. Corey Blevins, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man, the defending series champion, and I am trying to recall the race at Watkins Glen in my head from memory. I remember that you were up front quite a bit. You won that race by quite a bit, did you not?
I don't think it was the Glen. No, I'm really bad at road courses, to be honest.
Okay, then I got you confused with somebody else who dominated that from start to finish.
Yeah, because I don't even think I made that race, to be honest.
I cannot remember.
Yeah, May have been one of the few that I didn't, but
I thought it was the 24 car. It might have been the 22 truck. I don't really 100%. Like I said, I'm trying to do it from memory. I'm an old man, and my memory's not what it used to be. But I gotta ask. You said I'm not very good at road courses. So coming into tonight, how we feeling?
if I get a top 10, I will be extremely happy. Let's just go with that.
If I get a top 10, well, yeah. You know what? Hashtag goals. How about that?
Yeah, we'll make it work. Just need some points tonight after what happened from last week. So I'm just trying to make sure I get a little bit of points here.
Well, let me give you a little helpful hint.
So,
okay, this track is big and wide and fast. You got to get set up right for every corner entry. But the biggest thing you do to help yourself on the road course is keep all 4 of those good years on the pavement at all times.
yeah, for sure. Appreciate the advice, for sure. Thank you.
All right, my man. Well, good luck out there. Let's see what we can do about getting a better than top 10 finish. All right.
Yeah, we'll hope. But my best finish in a road course is like 8 in like 11 years anywhere. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Am I putting you back with Coy? Is that who I'm putting you with?
Yeah, that's cool.
You betcha, buddy. Good luck out
you.
there. That was your defending series champion, Corey Blevins. I could have swore it was him that absolutely annihilated the field last time when we were at Watkins Glen, but apparently I have the truck number wrong there. For the pick the winner, was that a Beards Conson deal where we were picking the winner? I don't remember, and I'm looking through my notes right now. I've only got... Either way, I'll add you to the list, Barb, and then go to the Facebook page, the Dirt Racing Network, and send me all your information there. But I added you to the list. We'll figure something out. One way or another, we'll figure something out. About 5 minutes and 50 seconds until these guys get out here. They'll run a couple of laps of qualifying, it looks like. Still 29 in the server. Brandon Bowmaker, the 6 truck. We saw him go off track a little while ago. He's gone out, and there he goes with the left side's off, but he has gotten up there within 0.2. Tony Martin has upped the ante. 52.97 seconds. Sub 53 and the only driver anywhere close to that. Oh, Adam Vinny now. I'm sorry, that was Adam Vinny that posted that. I was looking at Tony Martin's name, and I looked back away to see who was where. Adam Vinny said he was going to win this race. He's got a fast truck. He knows how to get around here. He was taking no prisoners. So I feel like he threw the gloves down and challenged everyone. And there down the downhill turn, he made a pretty good move to the inside. Sean McLaughlin is trying to track him. McLaughlin nearly a second off. Look at some other drivers. There goes Nick Lamb getting his Chevy Silverado off in the grass and stopped. Oh, Paul Escobar. Woo. Sideways in that Coors Banquet beer, number 91. Christopher Gaxel. The 707 truck. I do like that number 8 Prime energy drink truck. That thing looks good. Oh, a little feisty with the throttle. Well, we put the camera on them, and the next thing you know, they're doing things they shouldn't ought to be doing. That's the pressure of TV. That's why y'all never see me. Well, thank you, Biggs. Austin Householder, the Oorah flyovers number 75. Get Austin to do a flyover for the Monday night show this coming week. Spice it up in the USA 75. That championship run for the big block guys. There's Coy Callis. The 27 of Brock Bigelow. I found the 3 truck finally. I haven't found him on the track for a while. The In-N-Out Burgers number 3 of Paul Bohanec. And there's the 24 of Corey Blevins. We talked to him a little while ago. Not a fan of the road racing stuff. No shows until Sunday night. And we are going to do our level best to make it in for the Midwest Dirt Late Model Series. I'm pretty sure we're going to be here. I don't think there's any doubt that we'll be here for this one. There's Jay Church. I only had to say his name once. We didn't Beetlejuice him into existence. We only had to say his name one time, and there he is. Now we're waiting for Bill, Jane, Mindy. I don't remember who else comes with that crew. That's the 5 big ones right there. We love our fans. Make sure you chat it up with us. Don't care where you're at. If you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. If you're over on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, hit the subscribe button. You'll know every time we go live. That's going to start to increase as we get a little later into the spring. We'll be back to our 5 nights and 7 shows. Wait, what? A big one. One of the big ones. I don't even go to Taco Bell anymore. We have Taco Casa, and it's absolutely amazing. All right. That is going to do it for the pre-race warm-up session. Now it's qualifying time. No flyover. No flyover. Drivers are trying to work their way out of. There goes one. Mr. Michael Everett in the 8 truck. Going to be one of the first, if not the first, to roll out. He's really close. Paul Escobar is right there as well. Chris Emerson. That 42 Menards machine. Sean McLaughlin already up through the S's. He's about to go uphill right here. Big right-hander up the hill, take it down along that straightaway, and then he'll turn right and go downhill. Under the bridge. There's Big Bill. I was wondering where he was at. Jane will be along momentarily. There's Jane as well. And then there's Mindy. Man, you know what? I'm scaring myself. I said Jay's name and he shows up. I said Bill, Jane, and Mindy. Bang, bang, bang. There they are. I got to stop. We're watching Sean McLaughlin on his first timed lap right here. And he's about halfway around the circuit right now. Back into the uphill corner. Cross that short straightaway and then into the right-hander that's called downhill. Right here. All the way down the Sam Posey straightaway. Sean McLaughlin going to post a time here. We'll swap trucks. Let's go watch Adam Vinny for a moment. McLaughlin sets the bar at 53.81. Bigelow, 54.10. Check out Adam Vinny's lap. Went through the left-hander. Now he's through the right-hander into the no-name curve right here. Then he'll go uphill. Almost wish they had that little chicane in there. It would really change this a lot. But kind of glad they don't. Adam Vinny about to complete his first timed lap. What's it going to look like when it hits the scoring pylon? 53.27 by Tony Martin. What he's got to beat. He goes P1, 52.69. 0.6 of a second quicker. Let's go watch the 15 truck real quick of Paul Pfeffer. That Kubota Toyota Tundra. Yep, the Victory Vinnies all in the house tonight. Cheering on the Lumber Dude limousine. Into downhill, he'll make that right-hand curve. Adam Vinny about to complete his second lap, excuse me. He goes slower on lap 2, but he is still P1. Oh, no. Pfeffer put in a lap. He's 18th quick. Got a lot of drivers that have not come out. Man, a bunch. 9 trucks. Let's go watch the end of the lap here for the 19 of Dakota Dennis. He's 20th quick right now of the 20 trucks that have taken time. At 1 minute flat. Almost a 101. This time around, no change. So Russell Harold, Nick Lamb, Tim McDonald, Dustin Lamb, Chris Williams, Frank Chavez, Coy Callis, John Scott, and Todd Kyer. No time for those drivers. I would imagine that most of them will run out of time if they decide to go out and probably not even get a timed lap in. There you see the configuration of the track. It is 1.46 miles. A little warm today. 95 out on the track, 73 for the air temperature. High humidity, which will cut the horsepower of these trucks just a little bit. And they are fighting 13 miles an hour of wind out there on the track as well. Well, hey, we got messages coming in. All right. They've moved it out. It is time to go. Qualifying came to an end. The drivers all ready to get them lined up. Let's run through our starting grid before we cut these guys loose for 25 laps. It is the 11. The Lumberdoodle Limousine, Adam Vinny, on the pole, and he's got the 22 of Tony Martin on his outside. 77 of Sean McLaughlin. Start inside of row number 2, and I know that looks backwards, but the right-hand side is the inside because that first turn's a right-hander. Next to the 27 of Brock Bigelow, the 6 of Brandon Bowmaker, and the 25 of Kevin Spaulding in row 3. Corey Blevins in the 24, and Christopher Gaxel in the 707 make up row 4. Your fifth row, Marcus De La Garza and Paul Escobar, the 99 and 91. Stephen Pearson in the 83 next to Chris Emerson in the 42. That is your sixth row. Row 7 is the 32 of Noah Abbott and the 4 of Mike Forstner. Paul Bohanec in the 3. Hugh Escobar in the 72 in row number 8. Row 9 is the 75 of Austin Householder and the 15 of Paul Pfeffer. Michael Everett, the 8 truck. Next to the 19 of Dakota Dennis in row number 10. Row 11 is Jonathan Scott, the 51 inside, and Nick Lamb in the 67 on the outside of that row. Chris Williams, 26 truck. He's inside of row 12 with Tim McDonald in the 38 on the outside. And then Dustin Lamb, the 10. Todd Kyer in the 08 in row number 13. Russell Harold, the 79, next to Coy Callis, the 2 truck. In row 14, in our 15th and final row, 1 starter in the 123, Frank Chavez. "25 times around, local cautions only. We will not have full course cautions here tonight. That driver in the 11 truck right there made a very bold statement last night during my broadcast of ERA. He was going to come in here tonight, and he absolutely was going to win this race. I see Robert Martin. Welcome to the chat, sir. They will go all the way around here. That pace car will get out of the way once we go downhill out of turn 7. You can see the line of trucks all the way back. He didn't make it a secret when he said it publicly, sir. He let that cat right out of the bag, and there's no way to put it back. All right, we're ready to head to turn number 7. The pace car will vanish onto pit road. We won't see it again. Beautiful Porsche, though. And it will be time to get loud and cut left, cut right. Road course racing for the Midwest Truck Series, Lime Rock Park. 29 of them getting ready to get after it. And the green flag is out. We are underway. Yeah, shush classes. Yeah, good luck with that, my friend. Good luck with that. Coming out of the right-hander before we start to head up the hill. Adam Vinny. Now, Sean McLaughlin is making a move on Tony Martin. That's going to be for second. He'll have position right here as they go into the uphill. Turn number 5. McLaughlin to second. We're getting single filed out pretty quickly here. Looks like Adam Vinny is going to lead lap 1 pretty easy. We're going to peek back. Escobar looking to the inside of Forstner. Nothing there. We are single file pretty much all the way to the back of the field. Adam Vinny, well, he's already down the Samposi straightaway. Lap 1 is in the books. And the 11 truck, 2.15 seconds out in front of the field. Yeah, you make a prediction like that, and you had better be able to stand up, stand on it, and show out a little bit. And right now, Adam Vinny is doing what he needs to. Pay for every lap. What's the price tag for not leading one lap? I'm just curious. But he is absolutely starting to yard these guys. He's 3 seconds in front of this field. We're going to show you McLaughlin just barely getting onto the straightaway, and Vinny is already 2/3 of the way down to the start-finish line. There he goes. Tony Martin slipped in behind the 77. Now, one thing he could do that might help him late in this one, but he can't let Vinny get too far away. Sit there and ride a little bit, hit his marks, save some tires, and try to make a charge in the last 8 or 10 laps of this thing. 2050 beard oil, huh? Woo! $3 a lap is fair? Dang. 3.7 seconds. As he is about to complete lap number 3 here. He's at 53.07. He is running right around average lap time for his practice session. He put a couple of burners down, but he was right at the 53:10 lap times. McLaughlin's starting to open things up on Martin. Brock Bigelow is running here in 4th. He's 6.5 seconds off the lead already. Kevin Spaulding, top 5 for him. Bowmaker, who was very quick in the practice session for a few laps, had trouble for a few laps, sits back in 6th. Then Blevins. Blevins said a top 10 would be satisfactory, and right now he is running in the 7th spot. Gaxel in the 707, Pearson the 83, and De La Garza making up the top 10. It is 17 seconds from 1st to 10th, and that gap, 1st to 2nd, almost 4.5 seconds now. Vinny loses a little ground this time down the Samposi straightaway. Lost a couple of tenths right there. Got off of that last corner, turn 7, pretty poorly it looked like. No change in your top 10. Actually, Forstner just fell out, and Escobar made his way in. There goes the 72, or the 91, I'm sorry, the 91 of Escobar. Hugh Escobar is back here in the 72. That's Paul in the 91. Oh, Hugh Escobar out of shape up the hill. He's going to hit the wall hard. Left side of that truck is going to have a lot of damage on it. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Boy, he hit them tires up there. I thought it creased the whole side of that truck in multiple places. Uh-oh. Somebody missed a shift. That looks like that's Forstner in the 4 truck. He missed a shift apparently at some point. Let's go back because he went off the track. Maybe that's what caused it. You see the 32 truck? Oh, yeah, there's what caused that. It had nothing to do with missing a shift. I didn't think I seen that truck get out of shape at all, but he sure did. Well, we're going to jump back to the front because right now the gap went from 4.5 seconds to 3.5 seconds in the last 2 laps. Vinny slowing the truck down a little bit, it looks like. Maybe thinking that he needs to save a little Goodyear rubber on that thing. Showed him he could get away if he wanted to. But now McLaughlin's got it under 3 seconds. The lap traffic is going to be right in front of your leader right here. In the downhill, he'll move to the right. He'll get around the 15 truck of Pfeffer. He's closing in on Jonathan Scott in the 51. There comes the 4 truck back out of the pits right in front of the leaders. That's a rhythm breaker right there. Now we're down to about a second. Lap traffic really playing a factor in this, and it's letting McLaughlin get right back up here. There's a truck coming back on the racing surface. Oh, he threw it back in gear and got out of the way. But McLaughlin has got it down to a half a second. He's just a couple of 3 truck lengths back. Martin is trapped behind the lap truck of Forstner there. He'll get by him down the short chute here. They'll come downhill, and that will put Martin clear. So the top 3 are around. And the 38 truck is going to go a lap down. Here is a move for the lead. McLaughlin peeking to the inside, going to try to outbrake him, getting into turn 1. Could not get there. So Vinny hanging on. He knows McLaughlin's there now. No more mistakes. Truck spinning in front of the leaders. The 42 went around. McLaughlin, everybody's getting by. He's going to get that thing off to the inside of the track, out of everybody's way. These two now enjoying about 2 seconds on Tony Martin. A lot of lap traffic in front. Several trucks. Will they play a factor and give McLaughlin an opening? They're racing for position, so they're going to race one another. That's Russell Harold right there in the 79, right in front of the leaders. Adam Vinny trying to be patient, moving in, moving out. Here comes McLaughlin trying to go up the inside. Harold looks like he's going to have that covered. Truck's going off at the top of the hill. They all go to the right and they get out of the way. Nobody else will be involved. There was 2 or 3 of them sitting back there. Still lap traffic in front. That's Todd Kyer in that Haviland 08. And he's battling with Dakota Dennis in the 19. That is going to be for a top 16 spot right here. And they are 2 wide in front of the 2 leaders who are battling. And Tony Martin is loving it because he's closing up. We're going to have a 3-truck battle. Now trying to get around Dakota Dennis, and McLaughlin is going to try to take advantage of the truck that is right in front of the leaders. And for a brief moment, we had a new leader. McLaughlin couldn't keep it underneath him, getting into the uphill corner, that right-hander. He touched that rumble strip, and the truck got out of shape, or he might have got that pass completed. He had the inside going up the hill. Meanwhile, slow and steady, Tony Martin. Creeping into the picture. Householder right in front of the leaders now. He is in 16th position. We have already lapped 13 trucks. And we're only 11 laps into this thing. There goes Vinny around Householder. Now McLaughlin is just clearing him before we get in here to the uphill corner. Here comes Tony Martin. And now Tony Martin's keeping it about 2 seconds behind the 2 leaders. Clear track in front for a ways. Bohannon is going into Big Bend right now. And the leaders were coming off of turn number 7. He was going into turn 1. It's a pretty fair gap. So McLaughlin is second, Martin is third, Bowmaker is fourth right there. Then Bigelow, Spalding, and Pearson. That's Paul Escobar in eighth. Corey Blevins is still in the top 10. He's running ninth. And Chris Gaxel in that 707. Has Nick Lamb taken a peek as we come down the Sam Posey straightaway? And he'll outbreak him getting into turn one. That'll move the 707 outside the top 10. We're going to have just 12 laps remaining. The top two are separated by about 3 truck lengths. McLaughlin is looking again to the inside. Can he outbreak Vinny getting into that first corner? No way. And just remember that about 6 or 7 laps into this thing, Adam Vinny had a 4.5 second lead. He started like a jackrabbit. He ran way out there. Now he's going to have to be smart, be conservative, and just make that 11 truck as wide as it needs to be to try to hang on to the lead. They are starting to run up on the back of Bohannon and company here, it looks like. That might not even be Bohannon in front of them. It is. That is the 3 truck. A 111 miles an hour down the front stretch. Heavy traffic in front of the 2 leaders. McLaughlin knows that he wants to get up there. He wants to get close when this all starts to transpire right in front of him, because if Vinny gets blocked for a split second, now McLaughlin is there. Vinny will come up the hill, move to the right, and he'll get around Bohannon. De La Garza, the next truck on the list. De La Garza, 14th. And he has quite a ways up in front. This is other lap traffic right here in front of your leaders. That's Hugh Escobar in the 72. Austin Householder in the 75. And I couldn't make out the truck that is in front of that. Oh, that's a 15 of Pfeffer. So we're already down to 10 to go. We've completed 15. And Vinny trying to make as short a work as he can of these lap cars. But look who's creeped in right on the back end of the 77. That's the 22 of Tony Martin. And now McLaughlin must have looked in the mirror. He must know he's there, and he is going to just go on the attack, going after Vinny. McLaughlin and Martin may start to do battle, as Martin couldn't get the outbreaking job done. A couple of trucks off in the grass. That was the 99 of De La Garza trying to roll it back onto the raceway. Clear track in front for a little bit here. You can see the next truck, and that truck's already a lap down. But he's a ways out in front of these guys. Let's go on board with McLaughlin. We'll see what he sees out the windshield. A little tight right there on the exit of that corner. Really had to wait for that truck to settle down so he could cut into the next corner. And Adam Vinny using every inch of the rumble strip. Lap trucks right in front of your leader. That's the 51 of Jonathan Scott and the 2 of Coy Callis that they both get to go by. And Tony Martin able to follow them through. So the top 3 clear again and into Clear Raceway with just 7 laps remaining. Adam Vinny. Has led every single lap. He started from the pole, but he's got challengers. And we'll be into lap traffic when we come around to get 6 to go for sure. Around onto the long straightaway, and the other guys are down at the other end of it. They're about to go into Big Bend, turn 1. Oh, car around. That's the 91 of Escobar. He's going to slide off the left-hand side. Now he comes across to the right. All 3 get by, clean and clear. So 12 cars remaining on the lead lap. We'll be at the wave lap next time, 5 to go. Dustin Lamb, the orange and green tin truck at the top of the hill, and here comes Vinny and company. They are just a straightaway behind. There's Michael Everett right there. Contact. Vinny went around Everett. McLaughlin saw an opening and tried to go through it. Vinny closed the door. Tight quarters racing right there. Oh, Tony Martin took a shot in the door. That slowed Martin down quite a bit. So with 5 to go, we got to stay on the leaders because they are getting back into lap traffic. Dakota Dennis right in front. And then Dustin Lamb in 11th. Oh, Vinny got pushed wide by Dustin Lamb, and now he's going to fight back. Lamb kept him out wide, and I thought McLaughlin saw the opening, and he was going to run right through it. In lap traffic in the closing laps. And Russell Harold moves to the inside. We're almost 3 wide as we come down the front stretch. And Vinny is going to put Dustin Lamb, not quite able to put him a lap down just yet. Now he'll get to him, and that'll open the door and let McLaughlin go through. And I'm pretty sure Vinny was hoping to get clean through that pass and not let McLaughlin sneak through with him, and it just didn't work out that way. So we're down to 4 to go. 3.5 laps, really, when we get to the top of the hill back here. And Tony Martin, that damage has slowed him dramatically, and it hit him right on the left front, so that truck may not be handling as good as it was before that incident, because he has fallen about 4 seconds off the leaders as we're coming down. It's already 3 to go, and the gap is a half second. And Adam Vinny being very precise, getting through the corners. Not trying to push the truck too hard. He's just pushing hard enough to get around lap traffic and keep himself in front of the 77. The next truck in front of him, the 32, that's Noah Abbott. He runs 10th. And then Corey Blevins is right in front of that lap truck, the 17. Thought that was the number on the side of the truck. I might be wrong about that, but so Adam Vinny coming around, 2 to go. And Sean McLaughlin is right there. The two trucks in front of them, once they get around the 99, they're racing for position, so don't expect them to just lay over. McLaughlin is trying to figure out which side to go to, and the 99 plays roadblock. And now Noah Abbott holding Adam Vinny up just a little bit through the S's. McLaughlin is just looking for the opening. He needs the perfect timing to make this pass. Corey Blevins in ninth is right in front of your leaders now. Down the hill to the right-hander. Vinny pushes his way through. That time McLaughlin tried to do the same. He lost the back end of the truck. And now it's wide open. Adam Vinny, 1.7 seconds out in front now. A bold prediction last night. He came in, task number 1, get the pole. Task number 2, lead all the laps and pick up the win. And Mr. Vinny has got 3 corners in front of him. The 3 easiest corners on the circuit. And he is out to 2.6 seconds. He'll head downhill, make the right-hander. And for the final time, down the Sam Posey straightaway, the 11, the Lumber Dude Limousine. Adam Vinny wins at Lime Rock Park. Sean McLaughlin, second. Brandon Bowmaker has caught and passed Tony Martin. And Brandon Bowmaker is going to come home in third. Brock Bigelow just got around Martin coming downhill. He's going to make it home in fourth. And Martin will hang on for fifth. He was right there. And with about 4 laps to go, contact coming out of turn number 7. And it slowed that truck so dramatically that he fell from third to fifth, 25 seconds off the lead. So we'll get the guys all the way around over to the front stretch again. And we'll get ready to start moving them around. This is going to be a multiple move deal here. What a shot. Perfect park job by these guys. I got to tell them that. Brandon Bowmaker, you got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Perfect park job by you, gentlemen. We got a great shot of your truck on the screen right now. But, man, I'll tell you what, you kind of lingered around. You kept it, 6th, 5th, 4th. Late in this thing, all of a sudden you start reeling in the 22. Did you see that you were catching him?
No, I didn't know I was catching him. I was fighting just to get through traffic. It felt like the whole race, and to be honest, I almost cost myself dear early. I got sideways up on the hill and lost 3 or 4 spots and picked them back off. That's what you were talking about. I kept grabbing one and another, and then I was content with P4, and then I think he got he might have got shoved off track, and I was gifted third. But I'll take it.
Yeah, a little damage racing around some lap trucks. They're coming down the hill in turn number 7, and I think drastically slowed him. But he was so far ahead, I didn't know if maybe you just started to notice on the relative how quickly you were catching, because you caught him pretty quick, and then just you got by him. You were kind of a third-place truck right there just because those other guys were so far gone.
Nice. Yeah, I had no idea, man. Like I said, I was so concentrated on trying to get through all that traffic. It was quite the race. It was a lot of fun.
Well, this place is notorious for being a handful in any car, especially up there in turn number 5. Turn 1 is pretty tricky, and turn 7 can really get you if you try to overpower it. But these big trucks, I know they're a lot to handle anytime, but on a road course like this, was it taxing, or were you just kind of sitting back, relaxing, and letting it flow?
Yeah, I kind of like to let it flow on these things. When I first started racing road course, I found myself pushing it, and I kept remembering, slow is fast. I kept reminding myself slow is fast, and I just find a little groove and kind of find a zone and feel like I'm just going through it. And I think I only got 1X, and I was upset about that because I started thinking of other things and jumped off track. So
can't let the mind wander, my friend. Give me some shout outs and some thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the broadcast. It's always fun going back and watching it. You do a great job, and everyone racing, it was fun. My teammates, and Michael for putting it on. Family for letting me do it.
All right, man. Congrats on a great run here at the road course. We'll look forward to seeing you guys back on the oval next week.
I'll see you there. Thank you.
That is your third place finisher, Brandon Bowmaker in the 6 truck, and now he's got fans in the chat every single time he's on the network. Tonight, he put up a heck of a fight. Sean McLaughlin, just not the right timing to get around the 11 when he was mired in traffic.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where I was having to talk myself off the ledge there. There was a few times I could have made a move, but I said, boy, I'd rather let off here and not wreck all of us and see if I can get him. There was a few spots where I thought I was a little quicker than him, and I just kept praying that I could get alone with him and see if we could try to do something. But every time I would get in position, we'd hit more lap traffic.
Yeah, and it seemed like every time you did, you picked a spot, but then that lap car kind of got in the way. And it just never materialized where he would get mired behind the other truck.
Yeah, Adam's a clean racer, and I like racing with him, and I didn't want to do it dirty. I was hoping I was going to be able to just get a run somewhere. I had a couple spots picked out, but like you said, every time we got to that spot and I had the run, there'd be a lap truck there.
Still an awesome run, and I know that Barbara was in the chat saying hi earlier. She picked you to win. You're going to come home second, so I'm sure you're going to have a shout-out there. But give me those shout-outs, those thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight, buddy.
Yes, sir. Well, I want to thank everybody that puts on the league. First of all, thank you for broadcasting. Definitely got to say hi to Mom. Thank the wife and kids for letting me do some iRacing, and the Adaptive Driving Experience is a charity that I work for. I'm pretty proud of. You can check us out at adaptivedrivingexperience.org. We're a 501c3 charity that takes disabled people for rides in a NASCAR Cup car. And I want to give one more shout out to my buddy that I nicknamed last Saturday when we practiced, Adam Vin Gisbergen.
Oh, man, I'm not ready for that. I'm just not ready for that, my friend. Thank you for chatting with us. Great run, buddy. I will look forward to seeing you back next Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
That is your second place finisher, Sean McLaughlin in the 77. And now we'll move on to the prognosticator. He told me in the chat that he was going to come in here and win this race tonight, and he got the pole and led every lap, not without a little bit of challenges. Adam, Vinny, you did exactly what you said you were going to do.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be that close. Hats off to Sean. I got out early, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Let's run a few hard laps, and then let's conserve a little bit, but still run hard. And next thing I know, I have a mirror full of Sean, and I was like, well, what the heck is this?
Yeah, well, God forbid that we challenge the guy at the front, right?
Yeah, what is he thinking?
I asserted my dominance and got out to a 4.5 second lead. I thought maybe you were playing with your food.
Like I said, I ran a couple hard laps trying to get the bonus point for the fastest lap of the race. I'm not even sure if I did that. I ran a decent lap, not my best. And then, yeah, I wanted to conserve a little bit.
You did get
And
the fastest
just-
lap by quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Nearly
Good,
half a
thank you.
second.
Oh, perfect. That works.
Yeah. Hey, I got to say
but
this,
yeah,
though. I
I-
wanted to tell you something really quick. Mr. McLaughlin said something about he wanted to try to get you alone and see what would happen. I don't know what that means, but that may not be family appropriate.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
tired of
taken,
being in
sorry.
traffic with you. He said he was tired of being in traffic with you because every time that you guys got to traffic, it broke your way every single time.
Well, I thought that was actually going to hurt me worse than it hurt him. So it seemed if I'd make a hole, he was right there. So they were making a hole for him. But yeah, I thought for sure I was going to get pushed out wide or something was going to happen. He was going to sneak out under me. And yeah, luckily it didn't happen.
Well, yeah, you got there and you got to Dustin Lamb, and Lamb was fighting the truck in front of him, and I don't remember if it was Noah Abbott or who it was. And you did get pushed wide getting into the S's right there, and he did get alongside. At that moment, was that a uh-oh?
There's a few uh-ohs. I think when it was like 3 wide coming, I think it was coming up over the hill, and Sean couldn't see nothing, and I had nowhere to go, and he gave me a little love tap on my behind. I thought for sure I was going to lose it there, and we were just going to have a parking lot at the top of the hill. That would have been disgusting for everybody.
Yeah, because there was a lot of cars coming behind. You guys had just cleared quite a few lap cars before that happened. So an awesome run, man. You're going to win at the road course, and I know you said it. I know you said you practiced it. You were ready for this. But you actually came out and did everything you said you were going to do. A lot of gratification in that.
Yeah, it really is. Track's a lot of fun. I just love these trucks anywhere. Could have possibly been 2 in a row, but good points race today. Good points race last week still ending up. So all in all, and as far as my team goes, congrats to Brandon and Tony running strong here, and Paul for hanging in there and running as hard as he could. It's all about the team, so together we'll do it.
All right, man. I know it was going to cost you $3 a lap if you didn't lead a lap. So maybe there was enough fear there. That's how you made the truck that wide, eh?
Well, I wonder how much I made then.
You know what? I forgot to ask that question, and I'm sure they're all gone by now, my friend. Give me all them shout-outs and them thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate an awesome win tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Roger. I appreciate you, the Dirt Racing Network. I appreciate this league, this Midwest series. They're great group of guys. This is probably one of the best moves I made coming to this series, leagues, because there's 3 different series I run in with these guys. But yeah, just awesome guys. Beardsconsin, Next Level Litigation Support, Puma. Oh man, I'm just trying to rank. Frigid Time, Reed Rundle. I know you're watching. You're out there, buddy. Our buddy Scotty King was in the house, checking me out live on YouTube. I appreciate him.
Yeah, don't get alone
but
with
yeah,
that guy either.
My parents, girlfriend upstairs, my good buddy Josh from Wyoming. He was in here tonight. Just my kids, just everybody, and everybody that supports this channel, checks out what we love to do, and I know Roger gets a great kick out of you guys. Just keep them going, and let us keep doing what we're doing. And because of you guys, you're allowing it. Thank you.
Well, you made 1.25. I don't know what that means, but that's what's in the chat. And Next Level's going to match it. So could be 1.25 million. If it is, can a brother get a slice?
Absolutely. I'll take a flight down to you tonight, and we'll party all night, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't going to work tomorrow for sure then.
Or a week or 2 or a month or so.
I may have a lot of work that I can't get away from for a month or 2, but yeah, we can definitely have a good time. All right, my man, congrats on the win. I will look forward to seeing you on Sunday evening.
Sounds good. Otherwise, check out my YouTube tomorrow, Roger. We're going to be in the Super Trucks at New Smyrna.
I may have to jump in there and check that out, man. I will talk to you very soon, sir.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Roger.
Adam Vinny picking up the win here tonight on the road. He prognosticated it. I'm telling you right now. And I don't know what 1.25 is, Church, but okay. Let us take a look at the official results for this one. Vinny McLaughlin and Bowmaker, 1, 2, 3. Bigelow in fourth. Martin, unfortunate for Tony. He was having a great run, sitting there in third. Lap truck kind of got him. Coming down the hill in turn number 7, and it just really hurt that truck the rest of the race, which was about 4 or 5 laps, but he fell quite some distance back. Kevin Spaulding in 6th, Stephen Pearson 7th, Nick Lamb in 8th, Noah Abbott 9th, Dustin Lamb was 10th. 11th was Corey Blevins. He just misses his top 10, but I bet he's satisfied with that, knowing how badly he doesn't enjoy road courses. Escobar was 12th, Kyer in 13th, Bohanec in 14th, McDonald 15th, Harold 16th, 17th was Everett. Chavez was 18th. Callis in 19th, Householder in 20th. U. Escobar finishes 21st. Emerson 22nd, 23rd was Dennis. Gaxel in 24th. De La Garza in 25th. Pfeffer 26th. Scott was 27th. And Forstner 28th. And our final finisher, Chris Williams in 29th position. That was a heck of a race. That was a lot of fun. I don't hate covering road course races, and these guys have taken me to a couple, and both of them have been a lot of fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I always enjoy all of the chat, so you guys have been wonderful. If Jane is still watching, Jane, please send me some shipping information so I get these cups out of my office and in the mail to you guys for the over-under for last season at ERA. Otherwise, guys, glad you were here. Hope you enjoyed it a lot. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do it. Without the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we saw again here tonight, there's nothing to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back to everyone on both sides of that. Until we see you the next time, which will be Sunday evening, about 8 Eastern. Peace and love to you all. Keep the rough side facing down.